Hey everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Theme Team Thursdays. And this one is our last one of the Batman Team Up set with what the set itself actually contains. And so we're going to end it all off to celebrate Batman Team Up with the Hive. Now, the Hive is something that hasn't really been done before. There's been like some Hive commandos, Hive troopers, there's Queen Bee. They've been introduced. But this set actually has four really good ones. I think it's the only four that are in the set, actually. So I remember there's a big hairy beast guy who's not in this. I thought it was kind of weird that he's not in this because he was definitely part of the Teen Titans Go show, so why not be in here? But anyways, check out what we've got. We got an exactly a 300-point team. Again, it's like they meant that to happen. But be sure to stay tuned and see what the Hive has in store for you. All right, so now the Hive, in case you out there don't know who the Hive are, this is essentially the Teen Titans version of the Injustice League or Gotham City Underworld or Batman enemies. They're just the bad Teen Titan version is essentially what they are, usually led by Deathstroke. And yes, Deathstroke is in this one. Really good piece. You'll see him later. But exactly 300 points. It's only four figures in this team. And so without further ado, let's get into the Hive. And our first one up is somebody you guys have already seen. If you did not look at episode 1, be sure to check it out. So we have Jinx. Jinx comes in at 40 points, 6 clicks long. Not bad for 40 points, and especially with prob, pretty good. But again, you've got a trait here called Girls Night Out. Friendly character of the Titans team ability have Mystics. Now on this team, there is only one other, I believe. Yeah, there's only one other person on this team that she can actually give the Mystics team ability to. So you have that, so half the team's covered. But other than that, this one's not really meant to be really in your face. She's a great support piece with that probability control and the ability to possibly give at least one other team member the Mystics team ability, which isn't bad. So you have that. So she has a little bit of rollout potential with the super senses. But other than that, she's not that strong of a character in a fight, but she's good on this team and rounds out the team to its 300 points. Next up, we have Gizmo. Now, Gizmo is actually pretty cool. I love this little dude. He's like he was like the cyborg version of the Teen Titans for the Hive, but he's like short like Beast Boy. But he was really cool, really fun. Love the character. He was like out there. But anyways, he's coming in at 50 points, also 6 clicks long. Is very much a close combatant character, but he's also he's very techie, like Cyborg is, which is where he gets his name. But he's also got a trait called Do I Look Like I Was Born Yesterday? When an opposing character heals after resolutions, heal Gizmo 1 click. So this is obviously against your Teen Titans team ups. So they're going to be healing, and he's going to be healing when they heal. So you got that little sustainability too. But then he also has a special ability on his damage called I'm Not a 5-Year-Old with a Jetpack. Leadership, Outwit. So this gives you the potential to take off some action tokens, and not to mention outwit abilities that normally can't be outwitted, or you got to get rid of like some kind of defensive ability or some kind. So this is really cool. Again, just really pretty much just another support piece, but can do some damage and can get in there and actually do some attacks against characters. No team ability. The Hive have no team ability, which is pretty sad. I thought it'd be kind of cool to have that. But that right there is Gizmo, and that brings us, I think, actually to 90 points, correct? Yes, it does. So next up, we have Red X. Now, Red X, if you guys watch the show, you guys would know that it's actually Robin in disguise to infiltrate the Hive. Spoilers, sorry guys, but Red X comes in at 60 points with 7 clicks of health, a huge rainbow of emotions here on his dial. He starts off with leadership, super senses, energy explosion, running shot. I mean, he's got a lot of stuff going on. 6 range, 2 targets. He has the Teen Titan ability, so this is where Jinx is able to give somebody else on the team the Mystics team ability, and that's Red X. So you have that. He's also a mission point figure. We'll get into that in a minute. But first, let's start off with his trait. It says, such a shame this evil wood-burning pizza oven must be destroyed. At the beginning of the game, generate an evil pizza oven marker in a square within 3 squares of an opponent's starting area. So you're basically popping something off at the very other end of the map, obviously 3 spaces away. Okay, so you're like, why does that matter? Well, it matters because of his mission point trait. Evil pizza oven marker. Characters within 2 squares have knockback. At the beginning of your turn, if there are more friendly standard characters than opposing standard characters within 2 squares, you gain 3 mission points. So basically, you pop this oven at the end of the map, you race down there as quick as you can with one of your figures, one of your characters, and you just park them. Every turn, as long as there's no one else around, you're gaining 3 mission points. That is if you're trying to win as a mission point team, which could be something you could do. You could tie it up to where your opponent has to choose between just getting rid of that character giving you mission points or getting rid of a character that's really putting a damper on your team and then taking care of the mission points. It's up to you, but it kind of splits the attention of your opponent, which could be beneficial towards you, especially if you potentially park it on the complete opposite side where all the action's going, so they have to take a turn just to get to you. So that's cool. But he also, like, he's got a pretty decent dial here. We got 8 speed at running shots. So you're looking at, with a range of 6, you're looking at a potential of 10 spaces away he can hit somebody, or hit 2 people because he's got 2 targets. Then you've got energy explosion at 11, not bad. 18 defense with super senses, that's pretty good. And then you've got that 3 damage with leadership. Yeah, he's got some. He's a really nice little piece to have, especially for only 60 points. So for your Hive team, don't forget Red X. He's going to fill out a good portion of your team. Is probably more than likely going to be your second heavy hitter on this team. Now, last but definitely not least, we have Deathstroke. Everybody's favorite copycat of Deadpool, pretty much. You got Slade Wilson, Wade Wilson, whatever. But anyways, Deathstroke, we're coming in at his full dial of 150 points. But that's going to give you 11 clicks of health, so nothing to shake your head at. So what does 11 clicks of health and 150 points get you? Well, it gets you 6 range at 3 targets. 10 speed running shot, 12 attack with a special. His special is actually called Sonic Burst Katanas. Blades, Claws, Fangs, Knockback, Pulse Wave. When Deathstroke uses Pulse Wave and hits 2 or more opposing characters, you may instead roll a d6 and divide the damage equal to the result among all hit characters. So, if you park him out in the middle of something and you go off in your Pulse Wave, which is going to have Knockback too, you run the potential of rolling a 6, and let's say it's just 2 characters. You're doing 3 damage each to both of them, and they can't do anything about it because it cannot be reduced. That is awesome. So that's actually a pretty cool ability. So then we have his defense of 18 with super senses, pretty good. And then he's also got a 4 damage with shape change. So you've got a rollout effect to get out of attack, which is really good. So with this kind of character, he also comes with a team ability of the Injustice League. When this character hits an opposing character with a 10 or through 12, after resolutions, remove an action token from this character. So you're given an ability to be able to remove tokens from him without even using a leadership ability, which is really good. So he also has a trait. The trait is the Deutronium Crystal, the perfect plot device. When establishing theme teams, you may choose up to 2 characters on your starting force with the Justice League or Teen Titans keywords that are each less than or equal to Deathstroke's point value. The chosen character gains Deathstroke's keywords. So with that being said, you have Hive, Injustice League, Assassin, Celebrity, Martial Artist, Soldier. So he is actually somebody you can build a team around with those keywords in mind, because if you have something that's not normally a theme team, but you put an extra person in there, let's say Robin here, let's say Red X actually is Robin. He has a Teen Titans keyword. He can actually make him to where he has Hive, and now you have a theme team. Really cool ability to be able to make a team around him. He also has improved movement characters, which is really cool. But then his last ability he has on the defense. I think you and I are destined to do this forever. Stop. Mastermind. Toughness. Regeneration. When Deathstroke uses Mastermind, he considers friendly characters within 4 squares as adjacent. Very, very good. Very, very powerful. I don't know how this would work with somebody who has Mystic's team ability, because I think they have to be targeted in order for the Mystic's team ability to be able to take effect against an opponent. So if he masterminds to somebody who has Mystics, I don't think that damage is produced to the opponent. So you have to look out and see what you have there. But the ability to slough off some damage to somebody else who you're not really worried about, like probably like Gizmo, because Gizmo's not bringing a lot to the table, but he does good for support and can come in and do some damage if need be. But if I was to target somebody, it would probably be him. I would leave Jinx just for the Mystic team ability to be able to give to Red X, because that's going to get some steady ability there and hurt your opponent. So there's that to look after. But again, coming at 150 points with these starting stats, I mean, he's going to be lasting pretty long. I mean, here's another example. Oh, well, no, never mind. It says team ability. He's a team player, so you can choose a team ability a friendly character can use. So if you pick Teen Titans, would that mean that he's capable of taking that Mystic's team ability? I don't think so. I don't know how that works. I think it works off of keyword. It says friendly characters with the Teen Titans have Mystics. So technically, if you do that with a team ability of Teen Titans, then he would be able to get the Mystics, according to this. So she's giving everybody but Gizmo the Mystics team ability. So imagine him with Mystics. That's even gross. So again, what did you guys think about this Hive team? I think it was a pretty cool team. It's a very situational team. I think it's going to be something that you're going to see divided apart. I could see Deathstroke, for the most part, being by himself, kind of holding his own, just like that peace side or side piece or Darkmaker team that I created with Darkseid and Peacemaker. You leave Deathstroke off on one side while maybe you have Gizmo and Red X on the other, sitting around that oven, be able to get in those mission points, and they're helping each other protect each other and get those mission points while Deathstroke's just clean up the rest of the house. While you got Jinx back there going, you get Mystics and you get Mystics. I think that's how this team would probably play the most. I think it'd be a fun team to play just to see how it all works out. It'd be cool to play it against the Teen Titans team because of Gizmo and his healing factor. So if you guys played the Hive team, or you got to play with Deathstroke and his kind of quirks that he has, let me know how they work for you and if that actually is viable. I'm not really sure if it could, but it'd be really cool if it is. But let me know if you played against it, if you played with it. Let me know how that team went, what you guys think. If there's something else that you can think of that will make this team better, maybe some Hive commanders, Hive troopers, but I think those are Silver Age now, Golden Age maybe. But anyways, tell me what you think. Did you like this team? Is there anything that you would do to make it different? But if you guys like what you see and you want to see more, like, subscribe, tickle that bell notification so you don't miss any more episodes from us. And as always, guys, later, nerds.